Achillea Millie Rock series. What we're showing today is the Millie Rock Rose. New to the series is Millie Rock Yellow. It's a wonderful new Achillea from Ball Darwin. The plant is compact, has a finished height of maybe 10 to 15 inches, perfect for a quart or gallon production. Feature of this plant is the fact that it is a pollinator attractor, great for bees and butterflies, deer and rabbit resistant, hardy to zone 5, and again, Achillea Millie Rock Rose. So the next plant we're going to talk about is Delphinia delphinium alatum, dark blue black bee. This is the fourth in the series. The other three varieties are dark blue white bee, light blue white bee, and rose white bee. The whole series, again from seed, is hardy to zone 4. The dark blue black bee, being the newest variety, is again, like the rest of the series, naturally compact. Very little growth regulator used. This plant was grown with 0 growth regulators. Delphiniums are first year flowering, so no need to worry about vernalization. Syngenta brings us this marvelous delphinium, and we're happy to offer it to you. The American Pie collection now has a new edition of the Dianthus cherry pie. This is the fourth in the series. Bumbleberry pie, Georgia peach pie, key lime pie are the other threes. The new variety American cherry pie is a great addition with the cherry pie red flowers. Those flowers sit on top of a plant that's average height of 12 to 14 inches depending on the container that you're finishing it in. As all Dianthus and the American Pie series, Dianthus appreciate a time for bulking to add some chassis to the bottom of that plant prior to flowering. Now the flowering on all the American Pies would be mid to late spring, very, very early summer. The American Pie series is hardy to zone 5, and this wonderful addition to the American Pie series is brought to the United States via Plant Haven, and the breeder is Wetman Pink.
Okay, quiet.
Dianthus Rockin' series. The new addition is Pink Magic. This is a wonderful addition to the series, which offers 4 colors: rose, red, purple, and now the new Pink Magic. All of the series has these flowers which are lacy and lightly scented. This one comes out soft pink and transitions to a nice rosy white. It's hardy to zone 5, and it's a great Dianthus that will give, from seed, that will give you multiple years of beautiful garden performance. Great plant for quarts or gallons. Dianthus Rockin' Pink Magic. Digitalis Arctic Fox Rose. This is a breeding breakthrough from Darwin Perennials. This is the first cold hardy Digitalis. Not only is it a long flowering hybrid of a foxglove, but it's perfect for southern states, which will extend the bloom season. But for gardeners in the north, this plant is hardy to zone 5. It's a wonderful plant for 2.5 quarts. You can use it in a small quart pot. You can even go up as high as a gallon and a half. The deep pink flowers are on very strong and upright stems. The plant's exhibiting the good basal branching that it produces. Again, the Digitalis is a wonderful pollinator, attracts both bees and butterflies. It is deer resistant, and it's hardy to zone 5. Again, the new Digitalis Arctic Fox Rose. Festuca glauca Blue Select. This seeded Festuca from Yalido is a wonderful zone 4 Festuca. The perfectly rounded habit aids in not only its use in a rock garden, but also you could look at green roof applications or even combination planters. The finished plant heights, what you see, could be anywhere from 10 to 12 inches. Again, wonderful glaucous blue foliage, and this is Festuca Blue Select. Lavender Augustifolia Blue Spear. This is a seeded variety brought to us from Keef Seed. What's unique about this lavender is the very large bracts that the plant will produce when it flowers. The largest flower spikes in any of the seeded lavenders that are on the market today. The flowers are a very large royal purple in color. It branches well. The habit of the plant is extremely normal for an Augustifolia, not too aggressive. Finishing height on this seed-driven Augustifolia is about 12 to 14 inches. Again, lavender is a hot item in today's market. Works well in a quart, gallons, 2 gallons, hardy to zone 6, and again, lavender blue spear. Lavender Stoechas Primavera, brought to us from Darwin Perennials. Lavender Primavera is a Spanish lavender, or all of the Stoechas are Spanish types. They are hardy to zone 7, which is a little bit less than most of the lavenders on the market, but the interesting fact of the Primavera is the fact that you can see this is June, and we have this plant in full bloom. Now these plants were brought out of a vernalized product, so they're a little bit smaller than normal. Normally this plant's going to finish about 18 to 20 inches tall, but as a Stoechas, normally that would bloom earlier in the spring for you. As you can see, this has been blooming profusely through the spring and in the summer. Selling point and the interesting breeding improvement for the Stoechas Primavera is the fact that this will bloom from last frost to the first freeze. So it really opens up the window for lavender sales at retail. Lavender is in the top 3 items as far as retail sales for the consumer, so it's something you should look at as far as extending the retail sales opportunity. Again, lavender is an excellent product for anybody's perennial program. Primavera will work in quarts, gallons, or 2 gallons. Again, with the long flowering window, there's tons of opportunities with this plant. Again, the new Lavender Stoechas Primavera. Miscanthus sinensis bandwidth. This is bred by the North Carolina State Mountain Research Horticulture Crops Research Station, and it's brought to us by Darwin Perennials. This is a dwarf miscanthus. It's got the brightly banded yellow and green foliage, which is very attractive. It finishes 30 to 36 inches. Again, Darwin Perennials has brought this to us, which the specificness about miscanthus is this variety is infertile and it's rust resistant, which is very important in the miscanthus field. It's hardy to zone 5, works wonderful as a specimen plant as you see, or it can work in quarts or gallons, and again, as a center item in combination pots, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Again, Miscanthus bandwidth.